Welcome everyone! In this video, we are back in the Great League showcasing some more fun battles featuring Lurantis. Lurantis, such a fun Pokemon, and it leads this double grass backline along with Galarian Stunfisk on the lead. And it is tons of fun. I affectionately call this team the Double Mantis team because both Pokemon in the back, I believe, are based on mantises. So very fun team for the Great League. Lurantis is amazing. I wanted to run it when it was first released, but I was holding out for a good one, and I finally got a good one just as the last cycle of Great League was ending. So we're running it today along with Leavanny. Leavanny is also in the back, serving as the second grass type on this very fun team for the Great League. Those of you who are unfamiliar with Leavanny, it is the final evolution of Sewaddle. And it is a bug grass type. And the beauty of both Lurantis and Leavanny is that they both run Leaf Blade, which makes them extremely spammy and extremely powerful. Both Leavanny and Lurantis hit very hard and are both very spammy, and they are amazing. So Leavanny will be functioning as the safe swap and the closer. This is sort of a dual safe swap backline, and they are amazing. So along with both of these two amazing grass types is Galarian Stunfisk on the lead. I wanted to lead with a strong, proven Pokemon, as I've never run Lurantis, of course, the new Pokemon from the Alola region. And I just built Leavanny for this team. I'd been wanting to run Leavanny for quite some time. Just haven't had the right opportunity or team for it. And my goodness, do we have the right team for it with this one. So G-Fisk on the lead is going to be taking care of the poison types. That's why we've got Galarian Stunfisk, as both of our Pokemon in the back want nothing to do with a strong poison type. Had a blast with this team, and we are starting things off with a couple of bonus battles that I thought were tons of fun. And here we go. Positive lead with Dugong. You don't often see Dugong in the open Great League, and they decide to try and catch onto an Azumarill, and it is Lurantis time. This is why we are running two grass types with Leaf Blade for these Azumarills. And we do shield up the Ice Beam. That's a good shield because we are a mono grass type, and that would do tons of super effective damage to us. But Lurantis, as many of you may know, is extremely spammy with Fury Cutter. They are resisting the Fury Cutters, as Fairy does resist Bug, but that's okay. We just want it for the energy generation. Gonna tank the second Ice Beam and try our very best to flip switch advantage with Lurantis here up against Azumarill. Can we do it? We are getting very low. Didn't want to go completely down on shields, and we knew that we could tank an Ice Beam, but the key is can we get to 3 Leaf Blades to take out the Azumarill and flip switch? And holy smokes, Lurantis gets to the Leaf Blade. This is absolutely gonna take out the Azumarill, and Lurantis putting in the work, flip and switch advantage with 1 HP. That is insane. We tried to get off that quick rock slide, but this battler was onto us, and they catch it on a Stunfisk of their own. So that is okay. Nice catch, nice try, but that is not going to save them because shields are down on their end. And we are up a shield, and we're able to get to this hard-hitting Earthquake. Of course, it does not KO, but that is okay. We're going to throw poor Leavanny in here to soak some damage. Leavanny, unfortunately, is just here to tank the damage and serve as a third shield on this team, as our win condition lies with our Stunfisk. So that is perfect. We threw Leavanny in there. We sacrificed it to the Stunfisk and got a little bit of extra farm. And of course, all they have left now is the Dugong. We are, of course, up a shield, and this is just about lights out for them. All we need to do is spam them with rock slides until they are gone. It's going to take a few more than normal, of course, because they are hitting us with these icy winds, which hit us for neutral with our ground steel typing. We are going to have to expend a shield to close this out because they are debuffing our attack with every icy wind that they throw. We're going to shield this one up. That would take us out. And we will thoroughly outpace to the next rock slide, which will absolutely seal the deal on bonus battle number 1. We get to this rock slide and we are going to say bye-bye Dugong. And that is going to be yet another good game. Well played to our opponent. It's nice being back in the Great League. I had to take a break from the Little Cup. I got tired of beating up on those Bronzor teams and dominating, so I decided to show them some mercy and head back over to the Great League. And here we go. Shift Tree on the league, gonna go into Leavanny. And oh my gosh, these bug bites are absolutely shredding the grass dark type. These are double super effective bug bites. And I don't think they realized what was going on. They're probably not used to seeing a Leavanny. Probably like, what the heck is this thing? So they make a play into a Skarmory, which is a excellent answer to our Leavanny. That's what we wanted to do. We wanted to draw out something like a Skarmory. That is why we have Stunfisk on the team for the steel types and the poison types like Nidoqueen. So this is perfect. Leavanny served its purpose, shredded the Shift Tree down to 50% health, and drew out the Skarmory. Things are going well so far. So as we all may know, Stunfisk does have a solid win over Skarmory. You just go straight rock slide, and eventually the Skarmory will fall. We want to preserve some health on our Stunfisk, just in case. We don't know what else they have in the back. So we are going to shield up the Brave Bird, and we know that we're going to have to tank one more Brave Bird because the Skarmory was loading up on energy for days as they farmed down our Leavanny, and this is, of course, the Brave Bird. We tank that, no problem. They make an aggressive play back into Shift Tree, and they switch lock themselves. So what we're going to do is we have to go down on shields and farm the Shift Tree all the way down. We don't know what else they have in the back, but that is okay. It's getting a little sweaty here. It's not fun when you are down completely on shields and your opponent still has 2 shields left and they've got a Wigglytuff in the back. Okay, so this may be doable. Although the charm damage is overpowered, we are very spammy and we hit very hard. We have to grab both of those shields. We get a massive lag spike here. Not sure if it was mutual. Not sure where they are on energy. Hopefully it is mutual, but at this point we are not going to overfarm. We're just going for the Leaf Blades just as fast as we get to them because we don't know where they are on energy. They tanked the first one, and now they're going to have to start shielding, seeing how much that Leaf Blade did, which is why I love both of these Pokemon. Leaf Blade is one of the best moves in Pokemon Go Battle League, period. So they do throw energy. That is amazing. We are loaded on energy. Gonna farm down the flying type Skarmory. And we have an Earthquake locked and loaded. It was just about lights out. We were gonna Earthquake that Wigglytuff right off the screen, and they knew it, so they conceded the match. That's gonna be a good game. Well played. So glad I finally got around to running Lurantis. Better late than never, right guys? I really wanted to just hold out for a good one. I didn't just want to build the, first one I caught at, because I knew I would be using it down the line. So here we go. We got a Venusaur and a lead. Not the best lead. It is pretty. It's a relatively neutral lead. We can definitely tank a Frenzy Plant, no problem, but we really can't comfortably tank 2. So gotta go for this Earthquake, see what they want to do, and they let it go. So we're going right into Leavanny to catch the Frenzy Plant. A lot of Venusaur players like to overfarm for some reason, but that's okay. We catch the double resistant Frenzy Plant, and this is absolutely going to be a Sludge Bomb, of course. Now, knowing that they have a Grass type in front of them, going to shield that up. That would do quite a bit. And they make a play in a Deoxys, and we have Bug Buzz and Fury Cutter for all of the Deoxyses running rampant in the Great League. It is a beautiful thing to see. I love it. And we, of course, are resisting this counter damage with our Bug typing. And we're actually going to let Leavanny go down. We don't want to completely go down on shields. We knew that they were going to Psycho Boost to get rid of us, so we can comfortably come back in with Stunfisk, as their attack was lowered by 2 stages with the Psycho Boost. And the counters are, although super effective, don't really look like they're super effective when they have been debuffed by this much. And they're just going straight Psycho Boost. Fine by me, we are resisting the Psycho Boost. It is not a problem at all. So they aggressively swap into a Azumarill to clear those debuffs. So we're just going to chip with a Earthquake with Stab. Does a decent amount, but Azumarill is as tanky as a Pokemon gets, and it is Lurantis time in the Great League if I've ever seen it. I love when they switch lock their Azumarils in, thinking that they are invincible, but they're not, especially when we have a Grass type with Leaf Blade on our team. And we get to these Leaf Blades extremely fast. Fury Cutter is one of the best energy generation moves in Pokemon Go Battle League. It generates energy quite fast, and it is a 1-turn move, so we get to these Leaf Blades very fast. We know that we're going to have to tank in potential Ice Beam. Not a problem. We can tank one, and we're going to look to farm down the Azumarill. They make an aggressive play back into the Deoxys. We knew that Deoxys was relatively healthy, so we can't overfarm by too much. We're getting very low. We take out the Deoxys with a Leaf Blade. And thinking that they may come back in with the Venusaur, we're going to look to farm that down. We were thinking maybe we should swap back in the Stunfisk, but expected them to come back in with the Venusaur. We farmed it down, which allowed us to get to this Leaf Blade to seal the deal against the Azumarill. Oh my goodness, Lurantis is amazing in the Great League, closing the game strong with 1 HP. Oh my goodness, that's going to be a good game. Well played. Lurantis was amazing in the Great League. This thing was so clutch in so many of these battles. It was insane. I love Lurantis, and Leavanny definitely put in the work as well. And we are met with just about the worst lead you could possibly see with Stunfisk. So we go into Leavanny, and it looks like they were lagging for a bit there. That is unfortunate. That is quite unfortunate for them. We've had our fair share of that as well. Not sure what happened on their end, but they are attacking now. So we are just going to go straight Leaf Blade, as of course, with that fighting typing, they would be resisting our X Scissor. And of course, they are resisting our Bug Bite fast move. For those of you who are unfamiliar with Bug Bite, it is also a 1-turn fast move, much like Fury Cutter. It is a clone of Lick. So if you're familiar with Lick as a fast move, Bug Bite is a clone of that, which means that it does the same damage and generates the same amount of energy. But they finally make a play into an Umbreon. We did shield up the Rock Slides and a Cross Chop, and we are just going to go to work on this Umbreon. Switch timer's up, so we're coming in with Lurantis, knowing that we have access to Superpower. So the play here is to get to back-to-back Superpowers. One will take out the Umbreon. They are, of course, taking super effective damage from our Fury Cutters, but we want to get to a fully powered Superpower. Shields are down. Wasn't sure if this would KO. We know how tanky Umbreon is, but oh my gosh, it does KO. Lurantis hits like a truck. They come back in with the Machamp, so we're going to just get rid of it with a Leaf Blade. We don't want to take any damage from those counters, and we are going to see what they have left, and holy smokes, it's a Registeel. We get to another Superpower. Yes, it is slightly debuffed because we did throw one, but my goodness, it's going to do tons of super effective damage. And we come in with Stunfisk. We know that we can tank a Focus Blast from full health, not a problem. And they are not making it to another Focus Blast before we can take them out with an Earthquake, and they knew that as well. So they save everyone some time. They top left. That's going to be a good game. Well played to our opponent. I was astounded at how much work Lurantis was able to put in, guys. Oh my gosh, it was so clutch. It was insane and tons of fun. Lurantis is amazing. And here we go. Perfect lead for us. We've got a Altaria. This is a very good lead for us. And they make a play into Swampert, and this is why we've got 2 Leaf Blade users on our team for the water types like Swampert, like Azumarill. Of course, one Leaf Blade would absolutely one-shot Swampert. We can tank a Hydro Cannon. They did not bother building up to the Sludge Wave. They're just going to go straight resisted Hydro Cannon. It does enough resisted damage to Lurantis to warrant having to shield the next following Hydro Cannons, because we want a flip switch advantage here. We obviously can't have this Swampert anywhere near our Stunfisk, so they are going to take this to the 2 shield, it seems. They're shielding these Leaf Blades. It's hard to know what they're thinking. I don't know if they want to just get shields down or if they actually think that they can take out our grass type Lurantis, but either way, we're going to send it packing because Swampert is exceedingly annoying and spammy, very satisfying. Bye-bye Swampert, and expecting them to come back in with the Altaria. Altaria, of course, hard walls Lurantis. It resists our fast move pressure, resists our charge moves. We're just going to chip with a Leaf Blade, double resisted Leaf Blade, but they're going to farm us down before we can get to another charge move. That is okay. We maintained alignment, but my goodness, they've got a Shadow Machamp in the back. Are you kidding me? Oh man, this is awful because we went down on shields to flip switch. Was not expecting to see a Shadow Machamp. This is a very terrible team comp. Nothing frustrates me more than losing to poorly constructed teams, but it happens to be the perfect team for ours, as Shadow Machamp, when shields are down, will absolutely run through your team if you have a Bug type and a Steel type remaining. I don't know what they do with a Charmer. But it happened to be the perfect team to seal the deal against us. There is no winning this one. When shields are down, that is unfortunate, but you can't win them all. Good game. Well played to our opponent. It turns out the double Mantis backline is quite fun. Not only fun, but quite strong in the current meta in the Great League, guys. There are a lot of Pokemon that get shut down with these 2 Mantis grass-type Pokemon in the back. And here we go. Solid lead. Charm, Alolan Ninetales. But as we all know, Charm is absolutely OP. And even when it is resisted, it doesn't quite seem like it. But we want to stay right here because this is, again, why we also have Stunfisk on the lead is for the Charmers. Because our fast move pressure is resisted by the Charmers. So we're going to stay right here. Of course, this is a good matchup for us. We can win this, no problem. But these Charms are really digging in and really getting our Steel-type Stunfisk low. That is insane. And we take out the Ninetales. They've got a Shadow Swampert. So we go into Lurantis, and they've got a Altaria as well in the back. They meet us with the Altaria, and as we saw in that last battle, Altaria absolutely hard walls Lurantis, but my goodness, guys, are we going to see the power of Lurantis in the Great League, guys? Lurantis is so impressive. This thing is insane. We just go straight resisted Leaf Blade. We don't want to really debuff ourselves. We just want to get the Altaria relatively low, as it takes 3 Rock Slides to KO Altaria, so we want to get it within range of 1 Rock Slide. And my goodness, is Lurantis hanging in here with an Altaria? This is an impossible matchup. We've got this thing into the low red with our grass-type Lurantis. That is insane. So seeing how low we got this Altaria, we knew that they farmed for days. We know that they have got back-to-back Sky Attacks. Tried to get off the Rock Slide, but it was CMP, so we're going to let Stunfisk go down. We saw that they had a Swampert, and we're going to put all of our hope and faith into Leavanny to see if it can close this game for us. I don't know if we can. We do have the type advantage, and as we all know, Swampert faints at the mere sight of a blade of grass. That is how powerful it is. And we are just going to play this out appropriately here. We did shield up the first Hydro Cannon. We can't quite tank 2, even though we are a grass type. Swampert is just overpowered. overpowered beyond belief, so much so that resisted hydro cannons do tons of damage. That is insane. So we do grab the last shield with the Leaf Blade, and we know that we can make it to another Leaf Blade here to seal the deal against Swampert. They aggressively swap into Altaria, and we farm it down with resisted bug bites, enough to where we were just a couple of bug bites off from the Leaf Blade. This is going to absolutely seal the deal, and we say bye-bye yet again to yet another annoyingly spammy Swampert. Super satisfying. That is insane. Going to be a good game. Well played. How about Leavanny putting the team on its back, closing the game strong? Leavanny was also super clutch on this team. It was amazing. And we are met with an awful lead. We got to get the heck out of here just as fast as we can and to Lurantis. And they meet us with an Ariados, my good friend Ariados. But this is, again, why we have Stunfisk as well. Again, for these poison types that are very strong in the Great League, like Ariados, like Nidoqueen, Stunfisk just shuts them all down. So we're just going to lose switch, let our Lurantis go down. That was insane. That lunge nearly one-shotted. That was insane. So key here, guys, we weighted down our switch timer because we were the ones that swapped out. Whenever you give up switch advantage, you always want to weight down the switch timer to give yourself more time to swap out when you take out the Pokemon that you're coming back in onto. In this case, it is Ariados, in which we dominated. So we wanted to get off one debuffed or non-debuffed Rock Slide to get the Ariados very low. Now we can just tank all these resisted lunges, no problem, and farm up for days on this Ariados. It was key to get off a non-debuffed Rock Slide first before they got in all these lunges, because Ariados is exceedingly spammy. We tank these no problem, but we want to manage this mid-game matchup perfectly. So we wanted to overfarm and make sure that our switch timer was up so that we had loaded energy to threaten if need be. So switch timer was up. They weighed down theirs as well. They came in with a Politoed. We swapped into Leavanny, and they met us with an Umbreon. So guys, are you seeing why these two Pokemon on this team are so powerful, guys? Leavanny absolutely dominates Titans of the Great League, like Umbreon, like Azumarill. It is amazing. Of course, being part bug, we have Stab on our fast move pressure, which is doing super effective damage to the dark type Umbreon. We are also able to get to these super effective X Scissors, also with Stab, at a very fast rate. We outpace this Umbreon, and that does quite a bit of super effective damage considering how bulky Umbreon is. So now the play here is to shield up this foul play and try our very best to farm the Umbreon all the way down. We know that their switch timer is up. We successfully farmed down without them catching. Gonna go for this super effective Leaf Blade. It does not one-shot Politoed. It is quite bulky, but this Rock Slide, courtesy of a combo play coming from our Stunfisk, will absolutely KO. And poor Politoed on our opponent's team didn't even get in a fast move. That is the power of this team, guys, and I had a blast with it. That is the team. Good game, well played to our opponent. And my goodness, was this a fun and powerful team for the Great League. Shutting down hyper meta teams with Azumarill on them and Umbreon and everything else in between when it comes to hardcore meta for the Great League. Nothing pleases me more. Shutting down those try-hard teams. It's okay if you want to try hard. Don't get me wrong. You know, do whatever you got to do. But in the interlude season, guys, where rankings don't matter, I mean, come on. Have some fun. Gosh. People are still running these hyper meta teams. I guess they just want to win, and there is nothing wrong with that. But that's not going to stop us from running fun teams and still dominating. It is something about it, dominating a hardcore meta team is just that much more satisfying when you run fun picks in the Great League. And that is exactly what we did today with this team. Lurantis and Leavanny make for a powerful 1-2 punch in the Great League. It was quite satisfying. Both Pokemon run bug-type fast moves, which is excellent against those very strong dark types like Umbreon, like we just saw in that last match. And both Pokemon have access to Leaf Blade with Stab, which is what also makes this team comp so powerful because there are so many strong water types in the Great League, like Azumarill, like Swampert, which we saw in these battles today. It was quite fun, guys. This team was amazing, and we rounded off the team with some proven excellence in Galarian Stunfisk. When you run 2 Pokemon like this, you gotta kind of have something that you know is proven and can do well in the Great League. I wanted to cover the weaknesses of Poison, and we did that with Stunfisk. As Stunfisk, nothing shuts down a strong Poison type quite like Stunfisk, and that is because you triple resist Poison type damage with your Ground Steel typing, which made Stunfisk absolutely perfect to pair with our Double Grass backline. I affectionately call it the Double Mantis backline, which was tons of fun. So I had a blast. I hope you all enjoyed. And if you did, do give the video a like, as that really is the best way to really help the channel out. Hit that like button, really let YouTube know that you liked what you saw today. That way they can recommend it to others who may also like the content. But guys, I had a blast. Again, I hope you all enjoyed. As always, I thank you for watching and keep up the grind. Thank you, guys.